Hi, it's Miles Red Songbird, the Michelle Bird song of Eve Evangeline in New York City. This is part 3 of the Christmas Miracles at St. Francis of Assisi. That's a miracle. The pregnant lady, 73 years old, no sex in years, 7 months pregnant, with an immaculate conception from Jesus Christ and the sun in the sky, the supreme being. Okay, that's one of the miracles. That's the most important miracle. That's astonishing. Okay, let's get to some more miracles. Benjamin Clusio. Okay, this is a bedroom diaries number 2. Michael John Speer, Albert Speer, Hitler's architect. Frank Lloyd Wright, this is him. What does that say? Lord Wright. That's another way to spell that. The great master of the Dara Sawan Singh Jesus Christ Conscience. This video can be seen on the Michelle Birdsong YouTube channel uploads. Okay, he also chopped off Mildred's head when she was Marie Antoinette, the Queen of France, and he was a guillotine person during the French Revolution. He used to play with guillotines as a little boy. Page 13 on video 1 or 2, I'm not sure which. Note, Gretel Bigham was Little Black Sambo and Ronald McDonald. She repeats herself. She says the same thing twice. Okay, let's see. Michael John Speer, my husband of 35 plus years. Michael Speer sent me $100. I was overjoyed. This is a Christmas miracle because I was able to buy, as misspelled, B-U-Y, it should be, my daughter Melanie in Colorado and her 3 children cute Christmas cards and tuck a few bucks in each card for Christmas. I also gave Melanie and my daughter cash, my other daughter cash. I was Mrs. Santa Claus. That's why for me, giving is like having sex. It feels so good. Plus my great-grandmother, Mama Sally, Chief Sitting Bull in Hiawatha. Now my granddaughter, Ostara Gloria, was able to receive wrapped Christmas presents from me. A Disney toy guitar and toy hand instruments, which I bought from Walgreens, Duane Reade. The reason this makes me so happy is because she's been being raised by the alcoholic, terminally ill, with cancer father, who her mother Melanie is scared of. Melanie is a big woman and could be a violent woman, and she's not scared of even her father. So for her to be scared of somebody is a big deal. Melanie says he's Satan. I talked to him on the phone, and he has a frightening voice and demeanor about him. I understand why she's scared of him. I have sought help from everybody I can think of to get her, Ostara Gloria, away from him. I have worried about her and worked without sleep mostly till I get a callus on my finger. A few months back, my daughter gave me Ostara Gloria's address. I sent her a birthday card with money in it. I never knew if she got it. Zig Ziglar, David Harbin, resident here at St. Francis, agreed to carry the bulky package of Christmas presents around the corner to the post office. I wound up paying him $13 and change for his effort. The package itself cost $16 and change to mail. I could only hope my wrapping job held up. I asked my brother, husband, Govinda Singh, Jesus Christ, spiritually because she's in my ear 24/7. I asked him to make sure she received the gift. He doesn't say no to me usually. The wrapping paper alone cost me $7. When you live on Social Security retirement pension, these amounts seem large. I live on $800 a month in Manhattan, New York. That's a tight squeeze. To say I have ease is a stretch. I never knew if she got the gifts. Then today I received a letter from Satan. Was he writing to tell me to leave Ostara alone? I just kept saying, don't think that way, to myself. Negative. Think positive. Govinda recently said in a meeting that Rob and my daughter in the UK attended in, I believe it was Spain. Be positive. He said it 3 times so you know it was important instructions. He also said get married. Anyway, today I kept saying, when I saw the letter, be positive. Be an angel Evangeline. I-W Adams I. I-W Adams I. Married. I got married to Baba G and pregnant without realizing what he was doing to me. Knowing my heart, he knew I'd be overjoyed, and there was no time or place to stand on formalities. He did that leadership thing that men, even perfect men, do so well. The letter said, but first see the picture of self-help genius Zig Ziglar as he looks today. David Harbon, the model for Michelangelo, who is Robin Birdsong's statue David. This is Zig Ziglar. He took the package around the corner to the post office. One day he called me sexy. When he first met me, he said, "Are you rich and famous?" I said, "No." Did the package arrive? I was wondering. Did he let her open it? I was wondering. Song, The Sound of Silence. Simon and Garfunkel. And the letter said, untitled, Mrs. Birdsong, thank you very much for sending Ostara a birthday card and a Christmas gift. She is very excited and happy to receive such things from you. She would like to say, what is that? Hi and thank you. Here are some pictures, though they are from earlier this year. A thoughtful and considerate, and he signed it. And I said, a thoughtful and considerate letter from Satan is truly a Christmas miracle. Song, The Sound of Music, as Ostara plays her musical, and the musical, The Sound of Music, as Ostara plays her guitar and hand instruments. Ostara Gloria, Saint Kabir, Chief Sitting Bull, Hiawatha, Sally Ride, the first American female astronaut, my great-grandmother, Sally Kendricks, Aries, born April 13th. She introduced me. I used to be Evangeline Adams, a successful astrologer, to astrology, this life. I'm in Aries, the ram, the pioneer. The sun is exalted in Aries. Song, Boogie Wonderland. Earth, Wind, and Fire. I'm looking for where I'm pointing to. Oh, here we are. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Here, this wind. Oh, ear, E-A-R. I just added an H to it. That spells heaven. Ear, this wind. D for daughter. She's the daughter of the sun. Michelle Birdsong is. Michelle Obama asks, what do you have if you don't have hope? Hold on, Mama Sally. I'm coming. See order. Ming Dynasty. I'm working. Small business. It's blurry. That's why it's taking me so long. Small business. If I'm working a small business to get money to rescue you. Right. Okay, fire. She's the daughter of the sun. Fire. Feel, sex, her energy. We have, the sun and I have eye-to-eye contact. I feel his heat. Okay, you bet I do. Her husband had been, Mama Sally's husband had been a pedophile. She had been a mother of 5 with no resources. She had to bear the heartbreak of being helpless again, as when the white man was defeating her tribes when she was Chief Sitting Bull, outnumbered. Before I left Clarksville, Mama Sally, almost blind with cataracts on her eyes, nevertheless showed me her hope chest full of brand new panties and lingerie, sexy gowns. That was all she could do to get about from her bad husband. To get away from her bad husband was to hope for another, a good husband. Hope to have a good man in her life. All she had was hope. Michelle Obama asked, what do you have if you don't have hope? And that's when I said the part about, hold on, Mama Sally, I'm coming to rescue you. Okay, let's go on. Great Master had been an Army engineer. This is Great Master. Let me start here. I fell out of my hell into your well, into your deep heat. I love you, Michelle. This was a poem written by my husband when we first got married. I'm looking for his picture to show you. That's him. Michael John Spear wrote that. He was also the Great Master, Sawan Singh. Okay, and he said, Great Master asked his master, Baba Jamal Singh, that's him, to let him dig a well at the Dara so the ladies wouldn't have to walk all the way to and from the Beas River carrying water on their heads. Babaji said yes. Great Master Sawan Singh Ji, Michael John Spear, was married to Mary Eve the Michelle Birdsong Zen when he was the master. He remarried her 3 weeks after they met this life when she was Michelle Birdsong and he was Michael John Spear. Okay, now let's see. Great Master had been an Army engineer. He built up the Dara to a great extent. The Dara had just been abandoned, haunted lands of ghosts and goblins, and Swamiji came. He was Mr. Rogers. He was Seth, I want to say Bloomberg. He was Seth Ranziger, my grandson, who meditated at the Dara for 17 years to get rid of the evil spirits. Then Babaji came there, and he appointed him master. And then Babaji appointed Sawan Singh master. You see how that kept happening? Okay, so this is about Sawan Singh, great master they called him. Sangar, Satsangar they call it, Satsangar, is an amazing structure. Do you have a picture of it? I don't have a picture. Oh, here it is. Let me show it to you. There it is. Isn't it amazing? Doesn't look like those square boxes, buildings they make in America these days, huh? That's what Sawan Singh built up. He designed it. It's an amazing structure, absolutely stunning. As Michael John Spear, he still admires a great building. He also wrote the 6 volumes of a great-looking building. He also wrote the 6 volumes of Philosophy of the Masters. Michael John Spear was Frank Lloyd Wright, the designer of the Guggenheim Museum. Cordelia Guggenheim is the name of the little girl who attended St. Luke's private school on Hudson Street in Manhattan. I'm connecting dots, okay? New York, Manhattan, New York, with my son. She attended school with my son, sing birdsong. Over the summer before he first registered, Miles read for the school had suggested the students, when Miles Read first registered him for the school had suggested to students that they memorize a poem to present to the class on the first day. I helped Sing learn the poem If by Rudyard Kipling. The teacher and students got a really good impression of this young man. Singh rode the motorcycle shown in the picture from L.A. to New York. No, it's the other way around. He rode it from New York to L.A. all by himself. Singh had jumped out of airplanes as a paratrooper. Jimi Hendrix, who was also the greatest instrumentalist in the history of rock music. Singh was George Gershwin, Mozart, and Vangelis, Greek genius, electronic music composer. Singh has been appointed King of America by the King of the Cosmos, Govinda Singh, Jesus Christ. Okay. What do we have here? Singh had been great master's most devoted disciple. Great master appointed Singh to be master upon his departure, upon great master's departure. Singh's name was Sardar Bahadur Jagat Singh, Jesus Christ conscience. Okay, so it's easy to see that he was very qualified to be King of America. So Cordelia Guggenheim had the same violin teacher, Mrs. Elvira Morgenstern. She had been a professional violinist in the symphony orchestra, as Singh and Robin. So you hear that Cordelia had the same teacher as Singh and Robin. They all 3 played in the Greenwich House School of Music Children's Orchestra. Cordelia made the front page of the New York Times playing her violin in front of the school, St. Luke's, raising money for the school. Her mother told me Cordelia was there on a partial scholarship like Singh. They were paupers like us. Cordelia, Singh told me one day, had traced her lineage back to Charlemagne. It came to me recently that in addition to having been King Arthur, Singh had also been Charlemagne. Charlemagne, or Charles the Great, numbered Charles I the First, was king of the Franks from 768, king of the Lombards from 774, and Holy Roman Emperor from 800. King Charlemagne united much of Western and Central Europe during the early Middle Ages. You see, Singh King Charlemagne is very qualified to be King of America. If this is a poem recited on his first day at St. Luke's private school on Hudson Street in Manhattan, New York. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same. Singing, I worked very hard for him to master this, memorize this poem. If you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave life to broken and stoop and build them up with worn out tools, if you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss, if you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son. Wow, how about that? Isn't that stunning? Absolutely. Okay, let me count. I got a few more minutes, so let me continue. Imagine what his teacher thought when he delivered this poem. She didn't know he was King Charlemagne. Okay. Poetic presidents. We've matched 12 commanders-in-chief with the poets that inspired them. But this is an article by Elizabeth Harbaugh. I'm not going to do all the presidents. I'll just do the ones relevant. Mainstream includes you. Phyllis Wheatley, Candace Owens, Eve's daughter, colored Negro, Black American, so favored by the muses, said George Washington. Glenn Beck is Eve's husband. She's the muse. That's the muse. She's the muse. They had an outdoor concert here at St. Francis, and they had a jazz group, and she was the muse that got them going. She just enjoyed the music so generously. So Glenn Beck, Eve's husband, is inspired by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., now Lou Ranziger, Eve's grandson. George Washington, now Glenn Beck. Okay, I see the two of them. I don't know what this is on his face. Glenn Beck said Trump defeated the press. That's worth noting because Glenn Beck hadn't been a fan of President Trump's before he saw President Trump performing so exceptionally well. Glenn Beck did an amazing job of informing the public with true news when he when he came on at 5 p.m. on Fox News Channel every day. It was a miracle of information. 2 miracles. The rally to restore honor was a second set of miracles. Can you see all these people? It was a huge success. It was so good. I watched it on Facebook. I was dancing, I was crying, I was praying, I was laughing. It was fantastic. Although criticized by race baiters like Al Sharpton for supporting the rally, Dr. King's niece, Dr. Elveda King, showed up at the rally with her entourage and gave a heartwarming speech. The rally was a resounding success. Inspired by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. If you can buy the DVD, it was spectacular. Watching the rally feels so good as having sex. Unasked for advice to Glenn Beck. Give up sarcasm, it backfires. Okay, so I'm going to end this video now, and this is part 3 of the Christmas miracles. And as you can see, with the letter from Satan and the Immaculate Conception, we have a lot to be grateful for. Okay, it's Mild Red Songbird in New York City. We'll talk to you again for part 4. Bye-bye.